Imagine a place where the knowledge of the entire ancient world was stored. Science, astronomy, medicine, mathematics, even secrets of forgotten civilizations. Now imagine it all. Vanished in flames, they say the Library of Alexandria was the greatest collection of human knowledge ever assembled. And then it mysteriously burned. But here's the real mystery. What exactly was lost? Was it just scrolls and books, or something far more advanced? And why does no one really know who burned it, or why? Today, we uncover the truth and the secrets that may have changed the future of humanity. ... forever. Welcome to Decoding History and Science, where lost civilizations, ancient mysteries, and forgotten knowledge come back to life. If you're fascinated by the secrets of the past and the science behind them, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us uncover more truth, one mystery at a time. The greatest library the world never really knew. At the heart of ancient Egypt, in the city of Alexandria, stood a building that was more than just a library. It was a symbol of human ambition. Built in the 3rd century BCE, the Library of Alexandria wasn't simply a storage place for scrolls. It was the internet of the ancient world. Historians believe it housed between 400,000 to over 1 million texts, from mathematics and astronomy to medicine, engineering, literature, and even strange ancient technologies we still don't fully understand. It brought together the greatest thinkers of the ancient world: Aristotle's students, Babylonian scholars, Indian mathematicians, Egyptian priests, and early scientists from Greece and Mesopotamia. Knowledge from every civilization was collected, sometimes through peaceful exchange, other times by force. Ships arriving at the Alexandria port were searched, and any scrolls or books they carried were copied and added to the library. The originals were kept, and copies returned. This was a time when knowledge was power, and the library was its throne. But here's the haunting truth. We never got to see what was really inside. Almost none of those texts survived. And that brings us to the big mystery. What happened? Who burned it? And why? The mysterious destruction who burned the library. Strangely enough, no one knows for sure how or when the Library of Alexandria was destroyed. That's part of what makes this mystery so powerful. Some blame Julius Caesar, who accidentally set fire to Alexandria's harbor in 48 BCE during a military campaign. The flames are believed to have spread to nearby buildings, possibly the library, but even that's debated. Some scholars argue only a small portion was damaged then, not the entire collection. Others claim it was destroyed centuries later by religious extremists who saw the knowledge inside as dangerous or heretical. Some point to the rise of Christianity under the Roman Empire when pagan texts were being banned. Others blame the Muslim conquest in the 7th century, where it said a general ordered the burning of books that contradicted the Quran. Though many historians believe that story is likely a myth. So which is it? A military accident? A religious purge? Or something else entirely? Here's the real twist. What if it wasn't destroyed in one day, but slowly erased over centuries? And what if that erasure was intentional? Because what was lost wasn't just scrolls. It may have been evidence of forgotten science, vanished civilizations, or ideas that challenged the powers of the time. What was inside? Lost knowledge that could have changed the world. So, what exactly did the Library of Alexandria contain? The truth is, we'll never fully know. But based on surviving references, letters, and ancient accounts, we can piece together a shocking picture. There were texts on advanced mathematics, some of which wouldn't be rediscovered for over 1,000 years. Astronomers like Hipparchus and Eratosthenes had already calculated the circumference of the Earth with stunning accuracy. Long before Columbus ever sailed, there were detailed writings on medicine and surgery, possibly based on knowledge from Egypt, India, and even Mesopotamia. Some believe ancient scrolls held information about brain surgery, herbal treatments, and diseases that wouldn't be understood again until modern times. It's also believed the library held maps of places that shouldn't have existed, like Antarctica without ice, or descriptions of lands across the Atlantic, centuries before European explorers set out. Even more mysterious, some believe the library had scrolls about lost civilizations, like Atlantis, or knowledge passed down from pre-flood societies, destroyed and erased by time, and perhaps intentionally kept hidden. The Library of Alexandria may have held the greatest intellectual treasure of the ancient world, and then it vanished. What could our world have looked like today if that knowledge had survived? Was the knowledge really lost or hidden? Here's the question that keeps historians, conspiracy theorists, and researchers awake at night. Was the knowledge from the Library of Alexandria truly destroyed, or was some of it hidden? Some ancient accounts suggest that certain scrolls were smuggled out before the fires. Scholars and scribes who worked in the library may have taken copies, possibly hiding them in private collections, temples, or other lesser-known libraries across the Mediterranean. The idea isn't far-fetched. After all, knowledge is power, and power often isn't destroyed, it's hoarded. Even today, there are whispers about lost texts buried in the Vatican archives, or hidden beneath the sands of Egypt. There are theories that fragments of ancient wisdom from Alexandria eventually made their way into Islamic Golden Age science, Renaissance breakthroughs, or even the hands of secret societies. And here's the chilling thought. What if that knowledge still exists, just not for the public? Could the cures to ancient diseases, free energy concepts, forgotten maps, or blueprints of lost civilizations be locked away, kept from humanity? If even 5% of Alexandria's wisdom survived, it could redefine what we know about history, science, and ourselves. The legacy, what the burning of Alexandria taught humanity. The destruction of the Library of Alexandria wasn't just the loss of paper and ink, it was the loss of memory, of identity, of progress. Imagine where humanity might be if we hadn't lost hundreds of thousands of years worth of collected wisdom. Would we have reached space centuries earlier, cured diseases long before they emerged, understood the true origins of our species or of forgotten civilizations? But the lesson isn't just about loss. It's about preservation, curiosity, and access. The tragedy of the Library of Alexandria taught us the importance of protecting knowledge, sharing it, and never underestimating its value. Because when knowledge is hoarded, controlled, or destroyed, humanity suffers. Today, we live in a digital age where information is everywhere. But still, some truths remain hidden, and history warns us. If we don't protect the truth, someone will erase it. The Library of Alexandria may be gone, but its legacy survives. As a reminder of how fragile human progress truly is, and how powerful it can be when protected. The Library of Alexandria wasn't just a building. It was a dream that humanity could rise above war, ignorance, and fear. By preserving knowledge, a dream that the brightest minds of every land could come together, not to destroy, but to understand. But that dream was shattered. We don't know who burned it. We don't know exactly what was lost. And maybe that's the most haunting part, the unknowing. The questions we'll never answer. The discoveries we'll never recover. But here's the truth. History has a strange way of repeating itself. Even in our modern age, information can be twisted, suppressed, or forgotten. That's why it's more important than ever to ask questions, to search for what's been hidden, and to protect the knowledge we still have. And that's what this channel is all about. So if you're the kind of person who refuses to stop wondering, who believes history is more than dates and names, who feels that science, mystery, and truth all belong together, then you're in the right place. Hit that like button to support videos like this. Subscribe to join a growing community of thinkers, explorers, and truth seekers. Drop a comment below. What do you think was hidden inside the Library of Alexandria? Let's keep questioning, let's keep decoding, and let's make sure the knowledge we discover today is never lost again.